Hey crafty friends, welcome back for another card making tutorial. In this video, we're going to be making a fun foil watercolor card. Honestly, it's very easy and you don't need a hot foil machine to do this. So what you will need is some watercolor paper, you'll need some deco foil adhesive transfers, some foil of your choice, and some Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. So here's the practice one that I made, and then the second card here that says happy for you, that's the one that I'm going to be making here along with you guys in the video. So to get started here, I've gone ahead and trimmed down a piece of watercolor cardstock. This is A2 sized cardstock, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I've just gone ahead and pulled out 4 distress watercolor pencils that I thought fit in a nice kind of rainbow order. So the yellow one there is mustard seed. Oh, sorry, I missed the pink one is picked raspberry. The yellow is mustard seed. The green is twisted citron, and the blue one is peacock feathers. So I'm just going ahead and lightly sketching those near the center of my panel and trying to overlap the colors just a little bit. So next up here, I did grab just a watercolor brush and some clean water in a little cup there. And I'm just going ahead and swooshing my paintbrush back and forth to blend these watercolor pencils. Really, my strategy here is just to swoosh back and forth until the pencil lines kind of disappear. And I am kind of being aware of the colors that I'm making and kind of rinsing my brush off in that little clean water there pretty frequently so that I don't end up with any muddy colors. I like to just swish back and forth in the same kind of direction that I sketched down those crayons, and that results in this really fun watercolor rainbow pattern. So I did go ahead and hit that there with my heat tool to dry, just because I am impatient, but if you don't have a heat tool, no worries, you can just set that aside to dry. So the really cool other kind of item here that I mentioned earlier are these adhesive transfers. So as you can see here, I do have the pack from Deco Foil. This is their Sentiments one. And I thought I would pick out this beautiful scripted happy. And I'm also cutting out, I cut out the birthday and the for you. Wasn't exactly sure which one I was going to use on this card, but I ended up going with the happy birthday. Anyways, once you've gone ahead and very quickly just trim those out with your scissors, we'll go ahead and peel off the back sheet of acetate. And then we're left with this one here with the printing on it. That'll be sticky on the back. So I'm just looking down on top of my card, trying to center that happy as best that I can, and lightly pressing that onto my card front. So next up, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I decided I actually wanted to use my Mink for this one. A Mink machine is not required, but it is optional for these adhesive foil transfers. So off screen, I did just zip that through my machine. There you can see that Mink carrier sheet. And so once I zipped it through my machine, I'm just going to go ahead and peel off this top piece of acetate, and as you can kind of see there, it's going to leave that sticky hello left on the front of my project. So next up here, I'm going to grab a piece of this deco foil. I just went with a classic kind of gold on this one, and so I'm going to set that on top of the adhesive, set that in the Mink carrier sheet, and then I'm going to go ahead and zip that through my Mink machine once again. So after it was zipped through my Mink, I'm going to open up my carrier sheet, lift out my project, and peel off that foil. And you'll see that we are left with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shine. So I did want to add on that for you. So you'll see here in a moment, I'm going to repeat this exact process again with the tiny for you. But just as I'm doing that, I did want to note that you don't need a Mink machine, like I say, to do this. On the left-hand side, you can kind of see the back of the packaging there for the adhesive transfers. And it does say that you can run these through your die cutting machine and just use, I guess, the pressure of the machine to apply the adhesive transfer as well. So I didn't do that for this project. I honestly considered it, but I thought I would use my Mink machine because my watercolor cardstock was a tiny bit warped And sometimes when I have warped watercolor cardstock, I like to zip it through my ink machine anyways to flatten it out. So I thought this would kind of be dual purpose, right? It would flatten my project out nice while also applying the transfer adhesive and the foil as well. So that's why I opted for the ink machine, but like I say, totally not required. And if you want to, learn more about these, you can certainly check out Deco Foil for more information. So there you can see I've gone ahead and added that for you down in the corner there. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Like, look at that shine. I'm amazed that you can get results like this without even needing, a laminating machine, or really you don't even need any foil plates, hot foil machine, nothing like that. So if you want to get into foiling but you don't want to invest in all the equipment, I think this would be a really good thing to get for you. So as you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and just trim down the edges of my cardstock. I think I ended up trimming it about 1/4 of an inch off each side. I really like the look of mounting my card panels with foam tape, with just leaving a teeny tiny white border around the edge. I think it adds a little something extra. So I'm just trimming off the teeny tiniest amount. So just as you can see here, I am going to just check to make sure I trim that evenly. I always like to double check before I adhere down. And I'm going to use just a big square of foam tape here to stick that project together. If you like the project that you see today, I do want to invite you to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future crafty inspiration. And if you've tried out these adhesive transfers before, feel free to comment below. What's your thoughts on them? What did you think? I was really impressed with them today. You can see that there is a little bit of texture in that foiling. It's not perfectly smooth, but I think if I maybe redid this project without watercolor paper, I might get a little bit smoother application of the foil. But honestly, I don't even care. Like, this is beautiful. I am very impressed by this. I will definitely be making more of these in the future. If you liked the video today, I invite you to check out other videos on the screen for more crafty inspiration. And until next time, I hope you are keeping it crafty. Bye!